All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is LaughNgamez here, and it is time for another AlphaStar commentary. We are going to be doing a couple of AlphaStar games here. Now, it's going to be another one of the few shorter ones, so it's probably going to involve some sort of shenanigans. And as I do more and more of these sort of shorter AlphaStar matches in like a compendium video, it makes me realize the poor abuse this AI took on the ladder. It's just the poor thing. Look at it, just the things I had to put up with: the cannon rushes, the proxy barracks, the bling floods, the Ravager rushes. What other sort of cheeses? There's a lot of Starcraft 2 cheese out there, and we've seen AlphaStar take on a lot. Now, I'm noticing a trend here, though. A lot of the shorter games feature a diamond player, which is kind of interesting, I'll say. All the diamonds are like, yeah, let's cheese. So I'm guessing that what word am I looking for? The stereotype is kind of true. Diamond players, a little bit cheesy. If you're a diamond and you cheese, you just gotta own it. That's pretty much the motto. You're a diamond player, you gotta own the cheese. That's my opinion anyway. So we take a look. AlphaStar just going for a gateway into a Nexus. And now, let's see, there isn't actually a cheese from this diamond player yet. So he's just going to be going for a Reaper expand. I think there's got to be some sort of aggression in this game, though, that that is going to occur. We'll see, though. We do these games live with you guys, so I'm never fully aware of what's going to happen. It could just be super anticlimactic. We never know. But speaking of anticlimactic, let's try and hit ourselves 20 likes on this video. That would be awesome, seeing as how the diamond player has... Alright, you know, let's go off AlphaStar. Seeing as how it's an AlphaStar video, let's try and hit 22 likes for AlphaStar's 22 workers. Now, we take a look here. Adept on the way for AlphaStar, getting chrono boosted out. The AI has very solid openings for the most part. Looks like it hasn't lost its probe. It actually got that home out on the map, and now it's going into a Stargate behind this. So we take a look. The Reaper moves on in for the diamond player. It's like, hey, a Stargate, neat. We'll see if he's able to get a probe or not. Will this Reaper meet its end? No, so far good micro from the diamond player to get this Reaper out of here. He spots the Stargate. That's really all you need to see. He potentially could get a probe and get out. Oh my gosh, is he going to get yet another probe? AlphaStar, up. Oh, miss micro. No, the Reaper's gonna die. Oh, he'd have been better just right-clicking on the probe. That is the diamond player story of a diamond player's life. You do something that's really great, but then something else just goes wrong to kind of undermine it. Now we take a look. The diamond player, he's just getting up his barracks, getting up his factory. The barracks with a tech lab or a reactor on it, pardon me, so he's able to make multiple Marines at a time. The factory is making a Widow Mine. It's also got a little tower thing on it. How have I never noticed that before? Adepts move into the natural of the Terran, giving him a bit of grief. These two Adepts are going to want to make the depots raise up here. These Marines, they should be able to repel these Adepts. I'm not sure on the exact math, but I want to say 4 Marines beats 2 Adepts. Of course, you can never be too careful, though, I suppose. Depots get raised, though. Once again, good control from this Terran player. He's showing pretty darn good openings throughout this entire game. And now if we do take a look, though, there is an Oracle out on the map, which is going to be heading potentially towards the main base. Another Widow Mine popped out for the diamond player. Is it going to burrow? Yes, it is. We're going to see if AlphaStar is going to be able to dodge this. It looks like the Adept do dodge the Widow Mine. Will the Oracle dodge it? No, the Oracle's just going to target down the Marines. Okay. Alright, that's where the GG came from. AlphaStar just won quickly. This diamond player, man, I'm sad it ended so soon. Like, he seemed to have a pretty solid opening. No major mistakes or anything like that I'd say. And then just his Marines kind of just get wrecked by the Adepts, wrecked by the Oracle. Did he have another Widow Mine, or did he just have, yeah, he just had the one mine. I guess, yeah, you want a Cyclone or something else to help defend versus this. But yeah, well played by AlphaStar. Alright, here we are into the next match. AlphaStar taking on another diamond player. Like, man, these past few videos I feel have just been a lot of diamond players. It won't be that way through and through, as I think we will get away from this pretty darn soon. But for now, we will we'll stick it through. We have got ourselves a TVT here going on between AlphaStar and the Diamond player. AlphaStar's Terran is kind of the most distinct, as I've said in the past, of how the AI plays. As we see, it doesn't really prioritize making medivacs. It makes just an ungodly amount of Banshees. It likes to play its sort of odd Sky Terran at times, so I'd definitely say that the AlphaStar style that's the most unique is indeed its Terran. Its Zerg is pretty straightforward, usually like a timing attack with roaches or something like that. And then its Protoss, it plays pretty standard Protoss for the most part. Okay, so we've got ourselves a double gas from both of these players. AlphaStar seems to pretty consistently go double gas in TVT. Seems to be the safer of the options, and the AI is all about playing safe. It doesn't seem to be afraid to do something that looks like it would make it behind, but then it just wins out in the long run. That is one of the strengths of this AI here. Alright, SCV moving out for the Diamond player, so it's actually the Diamond player who's a little bit worried about the proxy. There's some irony in that. And now the factory's on the way for both of these players. Or I guess for this player and the AI. We never really touched on that, whether we consider AlphaStar a player or not. I mean, it is playing the game, but does that make it a player because it's an AI? That's a discussion. That one's going to come up more and more in the future. Do robots have rights? Alright, Reaper on the way for AlphaStar, Reaper on the way for the Diamond player. Follow-up Reapers for both of them. We could potentially see like an early game skirmish or something going on here. For now, though, I mean, just normal openers from both of these players. Nothing amiss. We'll see if there's something that's going to drastically change the game. Maybe it could be like a Banshee or something from both these players. Stargate or Starport on the way for both these players. These ain't no Protoss. Tech Lab onto the barracks for the Diamond player, which is kind of interesting here. I assume that's going to be for the Starport, as that's the only thing I can assume, so wanting to get a Banshee out as soon as possible. Then making a Widow Mine as well, which is quite curious. Widow Mines have an odd place in TVT, because they don't necessarily one-shot all the units. Like, they don't one-shot a Medivac, they don't one-shot a Banshee. And so that kind of means that you need something else anti-air-wise, but for now this Diamond player does have to skedaddle on home, as AlphaStar just waiting at the top of its ramp does repel that attack. Looks like we've got a Banshee on the way for both of these players. I say both even before AlphaStar starts up its Banshee, because it's AlphaStar, it's going to make a Banshee. So we could potentially have ourselves a bit of a scrappy situation. Now the Widowmine got a shot off, I believe it probably just hit the one Reaper though. And all of a sudden, this Diamond player is in a bit of a rough spot as these Reapers are now jumping into his main base. I was excited for the fact that it was going to be Banshee versus Banshee, but the game might not even make it that long. The command center on the high ground has been delayed. AlphaStar is just racking up the SCV kills. It's scouted the cloak so it knows. Yeah, this is honestly just game-ending damage getting done by AlphaStar. Once again, these Diamond players, they have a strong opening, and then things kind of just fall flat. The Banshee's out, but you do not want to be using a Banshee to clean up Reapers that are in your main base. This is just a straight-up bad time here for the Diamond player. I expect a GG pretty darn soon. Just the way she goes, bubs. That's it. Like, this Diamond player, he's gonna need a hell of a lot of damage with his Banshee, when in reality, AlphaStar is just like 3 CCs laughing, making got out a Cyclone, making a Raven. Yeah, the second that this Banshee moves across the map and gets locked on, I expect to see the GG. That's my prediction. Or when AlphaStar's Banshee shows up into the human player's main base and just ends him. It's a hard life for those of you that have to play AlphaStar. Kind of makes me glad I wasn't on Europe, as I think getting beaten by an AI would make me tilt like no other. Now, yeah, that's GG. The Banshee back at home, it's like, hey, what's up? And then this guy's like, hey, I'm out of the game. See you later. We're seeing as AlphaStar plays more and more matches that it just is such a solid opener. When we look at the shorter matches, AlphaStar basically just just cleans house. Like, it doesn't let the little things upset it, whereas humans, it does. It definitely does happen. And in that last game, that was just like a killer reaction by AlphaStar. It's like, oh, you lost your first Reaper? I'm going to chase you across the map and kill you. Like some sort of serial killer. AlphaStar followed the human player into his main base where he slept and then just murdered him. That was it. Now, this game, we have got an Alpha Zerg going to be taking on a human Protoss. As much of an oxymoron as that is. And yeah, we'll see. What's this master player going to be up to maybe get a win off AlphaStar? Because in theory, the AI, it had its caps on the ladder, so in theory, at a point, it should have been 50-50. So we shouldn't be seeing AlphaStar win more games than it loses. But it seems to be doing pretty well for itself. Okay. Extractor getting thrown down for AlphaStar. Hatchery on the way. Everything normal here for the Zerg. AlphaStar, I mean, we can really focus on what it does, but the thing is that what the AI does is just play so standard and not get tilted. Like, AlphaStar is always building workers no matter what happens, and that really is the fundamental of how good AlphaStar is at this game. Like, think of all the things you do right and wrong in Starcraft 2. Imagine how much better your play would be if you had the one AlphaStar trait of you always built workers and macroed while you were doing your drops, while you were doing your control, while you were building your production. If that always happened, like, you would just blow up through the StarCraft 2 ranks. And that's basically, I think, why AlphaStar is so high in the StarCraft 2 ranks. Like, it just doesn't get tilted, it doesn't get slowed. You can't do anything to touch this AI. The drone for AlphaStar, just like, hey, I kind of wanted that third base, but then I made 2 queens, so I couldn't afford it. Just checking there's no cheeky proxies. This is interesting. AlphaStar, having a bit of an alpha derp, has the one drone just hanging out there for a bit. All the while, the Protoss player going for the Adept Stargate opening, the most common Protoss versus Zerg opening. And we see the probe being a pain. AlphaStar's like, fine, I won't expand there. I will wait for the probe to leave, and then I'll throw up the hatchery, but then the probe's like, haha, no. Oh, the probe actually could have blocked it. Aw, darn. Masters player makes a mistake there. Could have denied the third base or delayed it a little bit longer because if we take a look here, this Adept, I mean, if the probe blocked the hatchery, the Adept could have forced the drone into an extractor. But this might not be that long of a game because if we take a look here, AlphaStar is going to be firing up just a ton of lings. AlphaStar does not do a ton of cheese or aggro builds, but oh man, is the ling flood ever one of them. This one Adept runs into a couple of the lings, but it doesn't know. Protoss doesn't know. Protoss doesn't know that the lings are coming. And oh lord, they're coming. This Adept is going to want to get into that wall, and you are going to want to batten down the hatches. As we take a look, the lings are coming on in. The Adepts, they're going to help cut through these lings as well as they can. AlphaStar is pretty much all in here. The Oracle in the sky, though, activating its pulsar beam, going to start cutting up these lings. And, oh, the lings, though, oh no, they make it into the main base. I thought that looked pretty solid for the Protoss player at first, but the lings are in the natural. A pylon needs to get up to complete that wall up to prevent more lings getting in. The Oracle, though, is out of energy. Another one was not fired up. I think the probes needed to run into the main base, and the Protoss just GG's. I mean, the drone count and worker count was momentarily close, but once the lings got into the main base, there was nothing else for the Protoss player. AlphaStar, with a sneaky win, just wins 3 games in a row like a boss. And so, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you press that bell icon, because a lot of you guys don't. And that means that if you miss a couple videos, apparently, then you won't get the video put in your subscription box, and then it's just a snowball. Just press that bell icon next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there pressing the like button. Anyway, so join the Discord if you want to hang out. And of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you feel like potentially supporting the channel, there is that memberships program, but of course, completely optional. I'll see you next time. This has been LaughNgamez.